All right, what's up, guys? I'm Aubrey,
And I'm Emma.
and this is BD Podcast, which stands for
Big Dick Energy.
Woo! And this is the first episode. All right. How was your week, Emma?
Busy
Yeah,
and boring, but
yeah,
I'm here now.
that's true. Anything exciting happen?
I got yelled at on the phone today. Um, it was very fun. I had called this man three times,
Okay.
and I was like, okay. He called me back finally, and I was like, oh, thank God, gonna get this out of the way. And this man's like, why are you calling me? And I was like, I left two messages. You could have listened to him. And he was like, I don't know why you're calling me. And I said, sir, what business do you work for? And he was like, I'm not going to tell you that. And I was like, then I can't help you, dude. Tell me who you are. And he ended up like accidentally saying it. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he just was like, I don't know why you're calling me over and over. So I just hung up, which I may get written up for, but we'll see.
God. Okay. Well,
That's fun. What about you? What's been up with you?
studying. Nothing really exciting. I did restart watching Supernatural again for the third time in preparation because I decided to give myself this goal of finishing the entire series again before the last 4 episodes come out October 8th.
I didn't know it was ending.
Yeah, so it's the final 15th season, and they came out with the 16th episode before, COVID happened, so they had to stop production and everything. But yeah, I didn't know that it wasn't over the first time that I finished watching it. And I finished watching it like last year, I think. And then I was like watching, I forgot that they had another season coming out, and then I was just like, oh shit, okay, like I'll go watch watch it again and so I can remember what happened. And then I watched it again. And then I got to the 15th season, and then it cut off on the 16th episode, and I was like, what the fuck, they can't end it like this? And then so I was like screaming. I came downstairs and I was like, Dad, this is ridiculous, like I'm gonna kill someone. And he goes, what? Oh my God, what's wrong? And I was just like, COVID happened and they couldn't finish filming Supernatural, Dad. And he was like, calm down, like so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so I decided to start watching it again. I finished a whole season in a day and a half, which is very concerning because
aren't the episodes an hour?
An hour long, and there's 22 episodes in the season.
How many episodes are in a season?
22. So that's like 22 hours of just like binging. I have a problem.
I get it.
It's fine. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Today we're going to be talking about our first meeting.
Yes. If you didn't know, me and Emma used to be roommates freshman year of college when we both went to Belmont University. We're not going to say anything about that, but
I thought we were.
Yeah, so we're going to take you down memory lane with us.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah, you want to get us started?
Yeah, well, let's talk about move-in day.
Mm-hmm.
Very chaotic. I was so hype for college. Like, still had that like high school energy of like, hell yeah, dude, this is gonna, I'm away from my parents. Like, hell yeah, dude. And
oh God.
So I walk in. Aubrey and I had talked over DMs.
That's it.
Like, we didn't pick each other. We weren't madly in love with each other when we met. So it was weird. And like, we could not read each other's vibe over DMs, obviously. Like that doesn't.
No, like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were gonna be like a nerd and the worst person to live with, just like over DM. It's because you asked me what my favorite book was. Don't ask me what my favorite book is. I don't read, bruh.
What to ask you? I didn't know what to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
So we ended up, move-in day was our first meeting, and I was with my parents, and my parents were as hyped as I was. And so we walk in, and they're there, and it's quiet.
Yes.
Like, it is quiet. And I was like, oh no, because I'm so obnoxious. Like, I can't do quiet. And my parents are trying to make conversation. They're like doing the whole dance. And while our parents were there, we didn't really talk.
No,
I don't really remember saying anything.
Yeah, our parents were talking the whole time.
So it was just like awkwardly unpacking everything. And you didn't bring much.
No, I didn't. Because, I mean, like, I drove, 8-9 hours to get to Nashville from Chicago. So I couldn't really, like, bring that much. And plus, my parents were like, you don't need all of this. And then I realized that I did need all of it. But it's fine. It's fine.
I brought my whole life. My whole life. I said, you know what? And I didn't need most of it. So different sides of the spectrum on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
But then our parents left,
and
we had to go to some convo thing, which if you don't go to Belmont or don't know what that is, it's this stupid, you have to go to so many events or extra lectures to graduate, which thank God I transferred. I don't know if I told you I never went after freshman year. But so we had to go to that. It was a required one. It was stupid. It was meeting the dean of students, I think. Something like that. But we were sitting in the room. I was at my desk. I believe you were at your desk. This is very vague in my back of my head now. And I was just like, what are we gonna do with this? How is this gonna go? And we started chatting, and I still was like, I just don't know still what to say. I'm guessing things, I'm saying random fun facts.
You know, like, I was looking at memes on my computer, and, like, Emma was also looking at memes. We're not talking about porn. We're talking about other things, but, you know.
Who thought we were talking about this?
That's where my head went, so I was...
Oh, no.
No, so, like, I was looking at memes, and then Emma was like, oh, shit, you like memes? I like memes, too. And then I was like, no way! Yeah.
It was love at first sight. No, it was an interesting experience living together and not knowing each other at all. Like,
yeah. There's definitely an experience that you have to go through yourself to, like, understand. Because it's like, you're just learning, like, so much about this person that you have to live with that you have no idea about. It's very scary.
And you only have, like, so much time before you have to do things together.
Yeah.
So it was like, this may go good, this may go bad, and we'll just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Which it ended up good. In my mind, I don't know how you felt, but
yeah, no, it went good. I mean, we're here to talk about it, so I assume.
Oh, true. So. I guess we like each other okay if we're doing a podcast together.
Enough. I like you enough. Yeah. Yeah, so definitely interesting first meeting. I mean, we didn't really do much that first week of school either because we were doing all the small group stuff.
Oh, yeah. I forget about that. That was like, and no offense to anyone who was in my TT group, none of them are going to listen to this, but if you do, it sucked. I hated it. I hated every minute of it. I didn't want to be there.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable, but I will say that I met the majority of my friends at Belmont through our TT groups. I feel
See,
like.
mine was like the opposite. Like, because I met friends and I mean, and stuff, but then one of them turned out to hate me, which I don't blame her, but like, so I
I
guess
feel like it's hit or miss.
it's it's a hit or miss. It's like a first date kind of thing, you know? You're like, this is gonna
Yeah.
work. And
Or
it worked for a while. I mean, we did stuff together for a while,
mhm.
but all of a sudden, everyone in the group hated each other, so.
Oh God. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So first week was pretty uneventful at school. But then we got to the weekend. That's where like things really amped up. Is that a good word to describe it as? Like,
Went from 0 to 100 real fast.
oh yeah, for sure. Oh God.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think that Friday we went to this place called Beach House, which was a house of people that lived off campus. I don't know why it was called Beach House.
It was on, okay, so I figured this out actually, because I
Okay.
was curious the whole time. It stopped being a thing sophomore year, fun fact, but
Okay.
um, it's on Beach Street, but it's not beach like ocean beach. It's like beach like Beech beach.
Oh, I always thought of it like beach, like we're going to the beach, you know?
Me too. It
Okay.
spoiled it ruined my life when I saw that's what it
Yeah,
was called.
that's upsetting.
Oh, but because I got us there accidentally. So
You did.
speaking of TT, um, we were actually sitting, I don't know if you remember this at all. We were sitting in our room watching Mamma Mia with strangers from our dorm.
We were.
And I was on my phone because I was like, someone in my TT group was like, oh, I have like a party hookup. Like, I'll let you know.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to seem too desperate to go to a party, but sister's not paying attention to Mamma Mia at all. And I'm just on my phone refreshing. I'm like, come on. And we actually finished the movie,
Mhm.
had like a 30-minute time gap. You were in bed. Okay.
It was.
And
I
I
was
get
fucking
this
tired.
text. I get this text and I'm like, yo, I got an addy. Let's go. And so we went. Um, it was
Yeah.
weird. It was really, did you also lie about what if you were sophomore, junior, like when we were freshmen?
No, I don't think anyone asked me
People
what
ask
year
me
I
every
was.
time. They ask me
I,
every time, and I was like, I am a sophomore.
I remember when we would go out, no one would ask me what year I was. So I don't
Because
know why.
you look older. You look older than I do. I look like a child.
I have a baby face.
My neighbor, this is random. My neighbor, this like I was walking Dante,
Mhm.
and he looks at me and he goes, "You're not in college. I know you're in college, but like, are you a freshman or?" And I was like, "Dude, I've lived here 3 years. I started college the year we moved here. Do the math."
Oh God, that's a
Anyway, anyway, so we go to this party
yeah.
and it's weird. It's like empty but not. Like they cleared out the first floor completely
Hmm.
and you weren't supposed to go upstairs.
Yeah,
Um
but we did.
but we did, and that's when everything happened. We went upstairs and we stole some stuff, not like big stuff, not like a TV or
No,
wallets or anything.
no, no,
Um, no, we just
no. We just like took things from the house.
yeah, we took like
Do when you go over to someone's house and they don't have anything locked up, so you just take stuff.
we took sweatshirts and random stuff you don't need.
Yeah.
Um, but the man of the house noticed pretty quickly that his stuff was gone, and he came down because we had moved downstairs at that point, and they had like a
Yeah.
DJ. Like, it was
It was
weird.
very strange.
And so we were listening to our tunes, and this guy comes downstairs and he's like, "Where's my stuff?" And we're all like,
We were just like,
and we slowly realize it's with us.
yeah.
And I was wearing this big coat that had deep pockets, like deep pockets.
Mhm.
And so we just kind of shoved everything in there. And after a minute, we were like, we should probably just go.
Yeah.
I think it's best if we go. So we walked back, which I never did with anyone else when I went to beach, just because you shouldn't do that.
No, definitely not. We definitely should not have walked as much as we did around campus alone at night, just the two of us.
Yeah, because so much crime ended up popping up at random times. I don't know if that was more this last year, but someone got their Mercedes stolen.
You know, I still get emails from Belmont about stuff like that, so yeah, no, yeah, definitely not the best idea, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, we lived.
Yeah, we did, thank God. But you know, like when we went, so on Saturday we went out again, just the two of us, and when we were in an Uber to that place, the lady was literally like, "You better not walk home. You better get an Uber back because it's very dangerous here." And I was just like, "Okay, that's fine."
All right, lady.
Thank you to our sponsors on this episode. We don't have one. If you'd like to sponsor us, please do. Our inbox is open.
It's so open. I'll link my socials and my email and everything.
Yeah.
Like, please.
If you do have a sponsorship inquiry, you know, we do have an email, so we'll leave it down in the description.
Even if you're a fake scam thing, like, give us $20 and we'll advertise it. I don't care if it's a scam. I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so we get to Saturday. This is the last day of our, you know, first week of adventures, and that was definitely the most interesting night I think I've had in a long time. You know, I still don't think anything has topped it.
It's my fault.
Yeah, so I'll tell you about that one. So Saturday night, we're just like sitting there, you know, we were like, what should we do tonight? And I think you were like, let's go like dancing or something. So we found this gay club in downtown Nashville, who we saw Michael Weist or whatever his name is from TanaCon there one time. Do you remember that? That was crazy.
I do. I have videos on my phone, and it popped up as 1 year ago, like 2 years ago today, and I was like, I forgot. Like, that's right after TanaCon happened too.
Yeah, it was. So that was kind of crazy. His friend talked to me, which was weird, and he came and stood next to me, and I was just like,
no thanks.
hey.
Aubrie Con.
Yeah. God. You know, I think they're making a second TanaCon. He's doing another one, but Tana's not involved, so.
I heard. I don't.
Little sus.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, so we got ready. This club was like 18 plus. I mean, they like served alcohol there, but like, you know, it was only in one section. You had to have like a wristband or something. Yeah, I'm just like trying to imagine the layout of the bar at the place. Because so you would walk in and they would take your IDs, right? And then they would like mark, like give you a number, which was very strange. I didn't like that. But then there was a stage on the left where all the drag shows happened because it was a drag bar. So that was really cool. And then on the other side was the bar, and then the back there was the bathrooms and the smoking area, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was like an outdoor patio space that was just like nice to walk out onto. And then in the back there was like a tunnel, and there was like a huge dance floor with like a DJ and stuff on there. And so like we walk in, we're just chilling, like we start watching the drag show and it was fun. And we had gotten like super dressed up for it because we had gone shopping that day, right? And
Right.
you bought that you bought that dress from Urban Outfitters on sale.
I was so proud of that dress. It makes me so sad.
Yeah. And so like the drag show was over and we walked out. We just like hung out in the smoking bar because there's no one DJing yet. So we were waiting for that. And then like someone came on and like we went out and like we were just like having a good time, like hanging out, being friends as roommates. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up to us and is like, hey. I was like, hey. And yeah, and then we like were talking to him, and then we went out onto the smoke deck again because it was really hot in there because it was really crowded.
Because it was a weekend.
Yeah, because it was literally a Saturday, which is like the busiest day. And so we went out there and we were talking to him more, and he was like, okay, I have to go to the bathroom or something, I'll be right back. And I was like, I don't care, dude. Just like pee. And then you turn to me and you're like, Aubrey, you should use like your female powers and get him to buy us food later. And I was like, okay. And you were like, dude, like, no, like, I'm serious, like, make it happen. And I was like, okay, cool. So we like go back to like the DJ part, and you started talking to these two other people who
I love them.
I think I still have that one guy's phone number that he like gave me because we were Ubering back somewhere and he wanted to make sure that we got there or something. And like
Yeah.
and he like texted me and I was like, yeah, and I've never talked to him since then. I think I still have his phone number. So it's like very bizarre, but
Well, quick intermission with what it just flashed to my mind that involved those two is there was this like the thing is about a gay bar is there's always straight men preying on the innocent, me being the innocent. And how I met those two people is this grown man comes up and starts trying to like rub up against me, and I'm like, bro, now you better back off. I am freshly 18. You better back off. But I couldn't really do anything. It was so crowded. Like you couldn't do anything.
yeah.
So I was uncomfy. And I think this guy and this girl noticed. They went to a school nearby, but not in Nashville. But they came in and she got in front of me and he got behind me. And we were just dancing. We were just dancing, a little crew. And then this is all same time period. And then I went to art school. If you're listening to this and you know me, you know that. But I went to art school for a year.
Oh my God, I remember this.
And I was just, this point, I'd lost Aubrey. I had no clue where she was.
I think I was in the bathroom or some shit. I don't.
Yeah, I just don't remember where you were most of the night. But I was chilling and I was dancing and I look at this guy and I'm like, oh my God, I know him from somewhere. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, God, I know him from, where do I know him from? And it hits me. I took a dance class at art school because I thought I was talented at the time. And I was like, oh my God, he was like the main guy, like in everything. So I went up to him and I said, oh my God, I know you. And he looks down, he's like, oh my God, I know you. And keep in mind that he is like scantily dressed, to say that nicely. And so this half naked man and I are just talking. He's on the bar. Like he's up on the bar and we're scream talking back and forth. So that's what was going on with me at the beginning of this whole thing.
Yeah. So, it's like probably around like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, when we like actually were starting to leave. So yeah, so we get outside this bar, or not bar, club, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know. And this guy's like, let me buy you guys some food. And Emma was like, fuck yeah, some food.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah, that's all she wanted the whole night. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, I'm not hungry, but I know this is all Emma wanted. So, so he gets us the food, and I think he was talking to you about this, and he was like, come back to my house, like, we'll hang out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck no, I have no idea who you are. Like, and then I was so uncomfortable when he asked that question, and you were just like, yeah, let's go to his house, like, that'll be so much fun. And I was just like, Emma, and you were like, yeah, come on, he's getting us an Uber, let's go.
It's his gay uncle's house. I trusted them. I didn't trust him, but I trusted them.
And then he also invited that 2 couple that you were dancing with from earlier.
Yeah,
also.
thank God.
So that's like, we at least had 3 strangers that we didn't know coming to this house. So there was a little bit of like, one could have been a serial killer, but definitely not 3 for 3.
Yeah,
that was
no
my
way.
mindset. So I was like, okay, I'm like super uncomfortable with the fact that we're going to this random stranger's house, but it's fine.
My bad.
And we got there, and we were there for a while, and it was like just bizarre, to say the least. Like, I think I blocked out of my mind what happened there. Like, nothing bad happened, but I do remember that you went to go sit on the front porch with him because you needed like fresh air or something, and I was inside with those 2 people, and we were just like talking about, I don't know what we were talking about, but they seemed pretty normal, so that was fine.
So what was going on outside when I was getting fresh air is he came with me. I don't know if you said that. He came with me. And I was so tired at this point that this man is talking and I am just like, I don't know what he's saying. I'm like, I don't know a word he's saying. I know, which I'm sure you'll lead it back into this, but he was in love with Aubrey.
For some bizarre reason. I think I talked in like maybe like 4 sentences max.
He was in love with you. He didn't have any interest in me, which I get why I was such a mess that night. But no, he was just talking about that the whole time. And I was just sitting there and I was like, at this point, I'm ready to go back to the dorm. I'm so ready to just get out of here now. I shouldn't have agreed to come.
Yeah, so Emma comes back inside and I'm like, let's go home. And she was like, yes, okay. So like I call an Uber and this guy comes up to me. He's like, no, you guys could sleep over. And I was like, no, I don't know you. And he was like, no, please, like, just stay longer. And I was just like, God, oh, I'm sorry, I have church tomorrow morning. I gotta be up for. I haven't gone to church in, like, a long time. And so that was the first excuse I thought of, because we went to Belmont, which is a Christian school, so I was like, that makes sense for an excuse. And he bought it, so we left. We get in this Uber, and the Uber's super cool. And, Emma's sitting up front.
No, I was sitting in the back.
No, you were sitting in the front. No, you were sitting in the front because I remember you
No!
front seat and I was in the back, and then I sat in the back seat the rest of the way home because you wanted to sit in the front to talk to the guy. You always wanted to sit in the front of the Uber.
I love Uber drivers. They're so nice.
I know. So Emma was in the front seat of the Uber. I remember this Uber ride so distinctly. And so Emma's like falling asleep in the front seat with the window open. And me and this Uber driver were talking about I think music or something.
Yeah.
And
he was the SoundCloud guy.
Yeah, he was a SoundCloud rapper. And I was like, he's like, can I play you my song? And I was like, fuck yeah, you can play me your song. And it was actually really good. He sounded like Young Gravy, who I really like as a rapper. So I was like, this is dope. And then I hear up front a coughing sound. And then the Uber driver goes, oh shit, should I pull over? And you say yes. And I had no idea what was happening because I was sitting in the back seat. And apparently you had thrown up in the Uber. And so Emma went to go stand outside for a while, and the Uber driver got paper towels out of the trunk of his car, and I cleaned up your throw up so I didn't get a bad Uber rating. Which I didn't. He gave me 5 stars, which was super cool because I liked him.
Because you listened to his song.
Yeah, and I said it was good probably, so. So then we made it we made it back to campus, and we got into the dorms, and so you were just like, I'm going to bed, I feel like shit, I'm gonna go to bed. I was like, all right, cool. And I hopped on FaceTime with my boyfriend, and I was talking on the phone with him, and I hear a splat, and I go, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, give me 5 minutes. I think my roommate just threw up. And he goes, what? And I put the phone down, and I turn around, and I see you fly. Keep in mind, our beds are bunk beds with our desks underneath them. So you were climbing down the end of the bed, just vomiting. And I was like, oh God. And so I was
sliding into a trash can.
So I gave you a glass of water, led you over to the sink, was like, don't worry about it. And I grabbed some paper towels, and you were like, no, don't clean that up. And then you started cleaning it up, and I was like, no, go to bed, Emma. And because you just were wiping things around, you weren't actually cleaning anything up. And so I was like, I can't deal with this shit the first weekend of school. So I went into the study room across the hall and drew memes on the whiteboard until 6 o'clock in the morning, and then came back into the dorm and got a sweatshirt, and then walked around campus for until 12. And then I came back into the dorms after you'd gotten up out of bed and stuff, and I cleaned the room again, opened the windows, sprayed some Febreze in there, and then I think we kept that window open for 3 or 4 days because it just smelled so bad.
No, I was gonna say that stunk for a week. The that's the minimum. Like, it stunk because
It's bad.
I had straight mac and cheese and then went to this boy's house and drank chocolate milk. And I'm pretty lactose intolerant.
Yeah, so that's definitely why you threw up a lot too.
I was trying to get to a trash can, but I did ruin my $10 Urban Outfitters dress.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
I was so excited about it too.
Yeah,
But whatever, I guess.
it happens.
Who needs it?
Yeah,
Well, do you want to take a quick break? Quick breather?
yeah, we can do that.
All right, sick.
Let's wrap
All
it
right,
up.
cool. All right.
Thank you guys for watching the first episode of BD Podcast. We'll see you next week on, another episode, hopefully.
And you gotta like, subscribe, tell your friends, call your mom, she misses you, and just keep on listening. Even if you hate it, just keep going.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys. Peace. Do this one.
Wait, top or bottom?
The bottom one. The one where you
Okay.
like this.